Good morning, everybody. I hope my camera doesn't cut off here. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Ben's Brick Designs. Welcome. I'm Ben. Happy Sunday. Today is going to be a design day. We're going to do some Microfighter designs, some Star Wars Microfighter designs. A friend of mine suggested that I do the Silver Angel, or that the Silver Angel he was surprised that the Silver Angel was not on the list. So, also, I've got a new computer, and I just realized that the table is really wobbly, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to stabilize this. But it shakes the monitors, which the webcam is on, which the other camera over here is on. So I'll have to figure out a way to stabilize that a little bit. Maybe invest in a less wobbly table. So we'll see. So I apologize for any shakes that you see going on. Yeah, so I hope everybody's having a great day. Let me know if you can't hear me, can't see me, anything like that. I've been working on getting this all set up, and I have to, recreate all the OBS settings, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get music captured at the same time as a microphone, which I don't think is going to be possible without like a physical mixer, right? Having all these lines come in and then feed it into the software. So I'll keep working on it. So since last time, not only did I get a new machine that I was able to finish or to get shipped in, but I worked on last week the space shuttle, the NASA space shuttle. This is the Hubble telescope that came with it, and I've since finished building the shuttle itself, which was a fantastic build. Let's see if I can do this without completely destroying it. So this is the shuttle. It's a really awesome build. Has a nice stand here that I can sit on, and it kind of angles it up a little bit so it looks good. The construction itself is fantastic. Like, you can absolutely tell what this is, no problem. The front end especially, having the shape, giving all these slopes and wedges and stuff, the way they used them in the snot construction was really awesome. It's got, little control thrusters all over the place. In the back there's some control thrusters, for its pitch and yaw and everything. It's just really fun. You can take bits of it off, so you can see like the command module or the flight deck, I guess, and some, additional seating down there with some control panels and stuff. And then the cargo bay opens, and there are things that you can add in here to allow the Hubble to be held if you wanted to do it that way. This music's a little loud. Turn it down. Music's playing off my phone, so I wasn't able to figure out how to play it off my computer. So yeah, the inside's really great. Very real to the model, or real to the ship itself. It's very cool. It does have some play features, I would guess, in that I'm going to check something real quick. Yeah, it still says sending data. I'm not sure if I'm really live on Facebook or not yet. So hang on a second while I check. Says I'm live. All right. Cool. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to close this browser. There we go. So anyway, some play features of the model too. You control these flaps a little bit with the thruster back here. It's not a big range of motion, but it's pretty cool. These side flaps open up as like braking when it's landing. So that's pretty cool. This thing, it's like another drag flap, but if you pull it out, I think if you pull it out, oh, you push it in. Okay. The landing gear comes out, and you can set it like this. Now, the landing gear doesn't go back up if you push it up, so you just have to spring these guys back in there. The construction around the landing gear was really interesting. A lot of the ways they built the housing around the gear was really great. So, very, very cool. I'm very pleased with this set. I can't wait to do to reorganize all this stuff behind me, and to put all the space stuff together on its own. That's going to be a lot of fun. And this was a great build, so I highly recommend, if you're able to get it, to get it. In the meantime, the only problem I'm having really is that the cargo bays, they open and close. They open okay, but when you close them, they catch, and it's hard to get them to close. They kind of come in at a weird angle, and you kind of have to do this to get them closed. Anyway, still very, very good. Let's see. All right, so I also got some parts in for some new microfighters. So here's your Architens class light cruiser. We saw a lot of this in Rebels. This was like kind of the main. They didn't really use a lot of Star Destroyers. I felt it was kind of an interesting nod to the fact that the Rebels, the main characters in the show, weren't raiding Imperial involvement by actual Star Destroyers. So they had these Architens class light cruisers, which are pretty much the size of like slightly larger than the Corellian corvettes. Corellian corvettes are probably about this big in comparison. So these are slightly larger than that. We are now seeing this. Moff Gideon has one in The Mandalorian. So that's kind of a newish thing for some people to see this for the first time, see this ship. So this is a very, like, I had to redo it a little bit. The original build was like this whole wedge section right here was connected right here, and that was it. So you'd build this whole thing and then attach it, and it was really flimsy. So I went back and redid it. So I'm going to redo the instructions for it. And now it's very solid. It's very swooshable. It's, it doesn't fall apart. So it's very, very cool. I like it. It will fall apart if you squeeze it very hard, which I tend to do when I'm putting them on their stands. The stand's just a, piece of space, right? I couldn't really think of anything. I already have something flying over Lothal, so we'll just leave that. All right. And now I've also got a Z95 Head Hunter. I just got the parts in yesterday. These ski poles are not cheap. They're like $2 each, but I think they work really well for this as blasters. This is emblematic of the size of a microfighter that I do that's larger than the actual microfighters. The X-Wing engines are about the same size, but the wings only come out to about here. So the X-Wing is a little more chunky than this. Roughly the same amount of parts, but I just like the design of this. It's also very sturdy. I like the intakes. Again, those wheel covers are really good for engine intakes. I don't necessarily like the back with the half pins, but I think it works out well, and it's got a nice profile. So yeah. Anyway, so those are the new microfighters. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out why it says only 2 of 4 channels connected, and I'm worried that I'm not getting picked up on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, let me know. I'm also going to check Facebook real quick. Again, I had to reset up like the streaming keys and everything for this. So this first little bit might be me playing with just making sure that everything's working. And it says I'm live there. Okay, so, cool. Just nobody in. I'm just worried that the little counter down here says it's not connected. So I don't know if it's actually not connected or not. But it says it is. And maybe if I pull up this, it'll have if there's anybody actually in chat. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting the chat on the built-in. What's up, Zafons? How's it going? So I may have to. This is going to be obnoxious, but I'm going to have this chat up. Yeah, so Walter, Brad's Life, Kodiak, I'm very sorry that I'm not seeing the chat in here for some reason. I don't know why it's not picking up. Let me try something else. I'm going to get rid of this. I've got a dock in here, and I think I'm going to do Restream. I'm going to download the Restream chat real quick because I can see you guys chatting in YouTube, and I appreciate you being here. Travis, Kodiak, Michaela, Walter, thanks for being here. No sound, it's okay. Quality of the video is great, thank you. Bag 13 of the shuttle right now, awesome. Pull out all those stickers, painful, always pull out, yes. Seems playable, got a swoosh factor, cool. YouTube okay. Good sound and video on YouTube. Yeah, it's just the chat, so let me Restream chat. I'm going to download this real quick, and hopefully it'll get it running. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm going to switch over to the design and get my sound back, derp, and then log into, nope. Oh, it's all falling apart. I am not a robot. Yeah, now they're all in there. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to put this over here. All right, so Michaela, here's your pink X-Wing. Lost sound, okay. Yeah, let me know again if you can, if you're typing in chat, let me know. I should be able to see it now. So Michaela asked for a pink Microfighter. Aw, there you go. Good, I can see the chats now. Cool. Yeah, so this is the pink X-Wing. Obviously, a lot of, you can see over here, a lot of these parts don't exist. I'm shocked that some of them exist. Lego doesn't make a lot of actual pink Lego. They make a lot of this like purple, like they call it a dark pink or a light purple. They make a lot of that color. In fact, if I were to switch over to this light purple, I bet we could get more parts available, but maybe not. Oh, fewer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, and this is the actual X-Wing, right? X-Wing Microfighter. This will stay. I'm sure the thrusters will stay. But what I'm going to try to do is replace a lot of the part. This probably doesn't come in a pink color, although it might. It does not. So I'll try to replace some. I'll do a pink scheme, right? To where everything's like a lavender or a magenta or a pink or a hot pink or a light pink or a rose or whatever the parts available are. And just to see what we come up with. Some of these pieces may not have anything other than a red. So I may have to stick with some red stuff. But then some might have the ability to have that, that color in there. And if not, we'll do what we can. Yeah, so that's going to be a fun project. So I thought I'd play around with that. All right. So today's build is going to be the Silver Angel, and the Silver Angel is a ship from Clone Wars Season 7, the Ahsoka arc. I think they're mostly an Ahsoka arc, What's part that most surprised you that came in pink? I don't know that I really looked that hard, honestly. I think, let's see, if we just do this and do pink. Let's just do pink. All right. Tile comes in pink. Plates, tiles, plates, plate, brick. Almost nothing. So, yeah, that's going to be a challenge. Here's your sand purple. I'm guessing almost nothing comes in sand purple. Right, like there's nothing in here that comes in sand purple. Medium dark pink. None of those pieces come in medium dark pink. Medium lavender, so some more than normal. Some other plates. Oh, the slope. This comes in medium dark purple. That's, oh no, it's not. Slope inverted. What? Oh, this guy. Okay, back here. That comes in. So it's going to be trial and error. We'll see what happens. Figure it out. All right, so, no, don't save that. So I'm going to do a new build. This is, again, this is the ship from Clone Wars Season 7 in which Trace Martez and her sister, I forget what her sister's name is, they're not smugglers or anything, and they're not criminals, but they're sort of like low grade grifters, right? Trace is actually like an accomplished mechanic and builder, and her sister's kind of a whatever we need to do to make money kind of thing. She's like, doing Ponzi schemes and stuff, and her sister's trying to stay out of it, but she can't really. So her sister has this ship that she bought and built that they go on kind of an adventure, invading or infiltrating slavers on Kessel and things like that. So it's a pretty standard, boring ship. I've got a few screenshots of it to get an idea of the angles and the details. It's technically called a Nebula-class freighter, or Nebula-class light freighter. This is the only time we see a ship like this. If you look up Nebula-class light freighter, this is the only ship. It's not like it's made other appearances and this is a modified version of it. I think they made it specifically for this show. The Nebula-class is something that doesn't really show up until they have Nebulon cruisers, Nebulon B cruisers, Nebulon C cruisers, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then the C was in not The Force Awakens, not The Rise of Skywalker, the second one. It was in the second one. But I can't remember the name of the movie now. Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, the second one. Help me out. Anyway, so, and then later in Legends era material, which doesn't really kind of count anymore, they had there was a Nebula-class battleship and a Nebula-class carrier for the New Republic, which basically looked like modified. They took sort of the delta shape, triangle shape of Star Destroyers, but really kind of reduced the need for some of the bulk, and they really locked down on thrust to size ratio, and they just stocked it full of weapons, and it was armored, not armed, but armored really well, so it could take a pounding and hang in a firefight with ships twice its size. That was the Nebula class. So the fact that they did this in the Clone Wars was kind of like, a bit of a throwback. I think it was a nod to those ships. Last Jedi, thank you. Learning curve, let's see. It just got Studio, you make it look easy. Thank you. Struggling to build with it. There's a learning curve, but like learning to fly, you really get to do some amazing builds once you get over the learning. What I'm still learning is things like, I'm still struggling with how to do the lighting. Like, you can do renders with lighting. I did one for the 500 brick, or 500 viewers on Instagram, and I don't know if I can... really, if I can show that, if I saved that or not. I did. Okay. So this was what I did for that. So what I did was these bricks here, you have luminous bricks, right? So some bricks will have a glowing color, some will have a luminous color, and when you do the luminous, these bricks basically, when you render it, they light up. So I thought it was a really cool look to have these light up underneath this gold and give it an effect of like it being lit underneath, like a backlight for that gold, kind of like a sign. So there's bits like this. People will build entire models, and then they have, you know, interior lightings for modules that the lights actually light up. So you get like a nice scene, and you can zoom in really close. And with the rendering quality of this software, it just looks really fantastic. There's a builder who also does crashing, like wreckage of Star Wars ships. So they'll build an entire Star Destroyer, but then they'll just take pieces off of it and have it look like flaming wreckage, and they'll stick a bunch of luminous bricks on there, so it's like this fiery flaming wreckage. It's really intense. So there's a lot that I don't even know about the software, rendering and animations and stuff that, you know, still have a lot to learn. I thought about approaching the the crew at Brick Rodeo and seeing if they need any more presenters and do a studio track and see if anybody would be interested in that, but I think they may already be full up. So anyway, so back to this ship. I do have several images of this ship to try to get an idea of its shape. It's pretty much a lozenge shape with some thrusters on it, and there's some cutouts. You know, in the front, it's got a cutout here section. It's probably some sort of deflector dish. Some, you know, inputs or intakes here with some computerized stuff there. But for the most part, it's pretty standard looking. You know, my guess is this is kind of a Corellian build. It kind of looks like the there's a shuttle, a Coruscant shuttle that I've got a design for. It's just a big pill with thrusters on it. So yeah, we'll get to work. Trace Martez too. Should have grabbed a picture of her. Is the pilot slash builder. She's one of the two sisters. I really liked this arc a lot. I think this was a better arc than the Bad Batch. I liked this one a little better than the Bad Batch arc. I wasn't a huge fan of the Bad Batch. I'm not going to lie. I think the characters were a little kind of stereotyped and not awesome. So I'm hoping that when we get their show coming May sometime, I think it's soon, they're able to kind of flesh them out a little bit more and give them a little more depth, because I didn't like a lot of it. I thought this arc was a little better, but they both paled in comparison to Ahsoka's later bit with Maul, and I thought that was great. Oh, and my coffee is here, so let's go ahead and start with hips. May 4th. Let's see, she's a builder, so I don't understand. There is a setting, and I cannot find it, that is, you do this thing where you put a piece and it copies it. And I don't know how to keep that from happening. I looked and I can't find it. She looks like she's got a belt, so let's just give her that. I don't know that we're going to get a figure of Trace or her sister. So it really doesn't matter. I may stop and go find out where that setting is, because it's going to bother me if I don't get this fixed. So these are going to be brown. Yeah. So how is everybody today? I forget to ask. How are you all doing? We're half hour into it, and I'm just like, let's just get started. So it looks like she's got a coat, reddish brown with some shoulder pads, torso, coat. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is almost perfect. I'm just going to kind of do that. I know it's fantasy, but I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time doing this, so we'll do reddish brown or a dark red. Nailed it. I think her hair is going to be the hardest part here. And I forget if she has gloves. I'm good. I am doing the stickers in the cargo bay. Oh, the stickers in the cargo bay. Oh, talk about stress. My goodness. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, we'll do that. That's not really a... Oh, of course. That's why. Bing. Nobody uses Bing. Come on. Thank you. Oh, there's a good picture. All right, she does wear gloves. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, the stickers on the cargo bay, if you guys have... I'm going to pick this up real quick. The stickers on the cargo bay are mirrored. So you have to... All that mirroring in there, you got to apply all those stickers. It's stressful because they're big and the insides are curved and it's hard to line up without the stickers like flapping down and attaching themselves to the thing. Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
How's the new computer working?
It's great. I forgot to set up the mic on a few scenes, so I'd flip over to a different scene and there'd be no sound.
Yeah.
So thank you for the coffee.
Do you want me to get? Do you just want your food later?
I'll do my food after this. Yeah.
I'll just leave it in the bag.
Okay. Thanks.
Love you.
Everybody says good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so I totally appreciate the sticker job on the shuttle. It was kind of a pain in the butt. I was like, I don't want to have to do this. Somebody do this for me. Cool pieces though. The parts that those are on are nice. I just end up building Death Star Microfighter and a Star Destroyer and a Ewing Microfighter. Cool. You'll have to let me know what Death Star one you got. Because I found one that I liked, but there was something about its... oh, damn it. Something about its... pieces that like the designer was just like not really caring that it was a something they weren't going to build, so they were using pieces that didn't really exist, like the color didn't exist. Was there anything about her face that was like unique? Did she have a mole or anything? Nope. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm digging this computer so much. It's so much nicer. And I haven't even noticed if I'm like... It doesn't seem to be slowing down. I haven't got any alerts that the encoders... I haven't tried with 2 cameras yet, so we'll do a build stream on Thursday. Oh, it needs to be Prince. There we go. Hopefully it'll work then too. Okay. I think that is too much of a smile. Oh no, that one was good. So let's see. She's kind of a darker skinned. Let's say light nougat. Let's say nougat. Maybe light nougat. I think light nougat is like the regular flesh color. I think she's a little darker. Yeah, I like her smile because she seems a little happier than her sister. Let's do that one. Okay, hair curly. Pretty sure that we're not going to find her hairstyle. Because it's very curled over the top. What are you planning on building? My Death Star Microfighter is the one you showed on your Discord. Oh, cool. All right. Neat. Yeah, I don't have instructions for that, so if you need me to put together some instructions, it's basically like a sphere put together. The programmer hair. Is the programmer hair from video line? Go programmer. Is it video? Oh, spell it weird too. This one? This girl? Tuscan Productions, how's it going? Thanks for being here. So, if it's this one, I don't think that'll work. Right? I don't think this one will work. Her hair is very short. It's curled very front forward and then kind of shaved around the back. Trying to see if there's a better, here's kind of a good look at it, right? It's like a beret, but it's mostly forward. So I don't think we're going to come up with anything like that. I may just have to kind of give her something. No, not a Padme figure. I'm doing Trace Martez because we're designing the their ship, the Silver Angel from Clone Wars Series 7. But I just kind of want to get a figure out of the way. But I don't think, because I'm limited to what hair is available in studio, whether it exists in an actual figure or not. See, it's this texture, but it's just like a quarter of that, so I just kind of want to find something that gives the impression, even if we put it on backwards. It's almost like that, you know? In fact, that's not bad. It's too, yeah. Yeah, it's really short. But again, I have to find something that's gives you the impression that it's her hair without actually being her hair, because I know we're not going to find it. Well, Yeah, the problem is I don't think that hair exists in Studio yet. See, some of these, like this is a bun considered, right? Like whatever. I think this is, so it's not Iden Versio's hair, but it's close. But all these buns, like this is more like Iden Versio's hair. But all these buns also go down the back of their head, so if you turn them around, they look like an alien's eating their face. So I think I'm just gonna do this for now and be done with it. Because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. That's fine for now. So anyway, yeah. Get her legs bent up here. All right, so this ship is pretty basic. It's gonna probably be a lot of swoops or slopes and stuff, but I kind of want to keep it equally rounded on the bottom as the top, and then on the top they've got, here's the, like the bridge, right in here. You can see it, like it's right here, right? And this is the canopy they look out of. So it's equal on all sides pretty much, and then it has an extra thruster on the top, which will lead down to that canopy. So we can build a snot style two halves, or maybe even built angled built brick up. So what I mean by that is we can do like this. And this. Oh, I've got to figure this out. So like that. That's the shape of the ship. Right? And just run that along and then have it kind of taper a little bit. So, and then have her set up something like that. Might be a little big now that I think about it, but I think we can make it work. And from what I can tell, it's called the Silver Angel, but I think it's more of a, it's hard to tell from the images, and I just rewatched this episode so I could get a good idea, but this just looks like it looks like it's got silver, or it's mostly dark gray, with possibly some blue highlights under here. This might be a little blue. The problem with doing this is it doesn't give us a whole lot of room to attach things to. So if we wanted to do any greebling on it along here, it might not work. We could also do, this might be easier, is using these all the way across. I can turn this printing off. These might be nicer. Just do a handful of these. Like that. And do, a couple like this. And then we just snot build it so there's an underside that's the same. They do make the inverted ones, but I think the coloring might be a little weird if we do that, but we can put a couple of these out here just to be safe. And I'm gonna go find out where this stupid turn off or copy everything every time you place it thing comes from. I thought it was in the preferences. See, it's not in any of that. Oh, wait. Haha. That's sneaky, because it breaks right there. You think, well, that's it for the options. Oh, no. Repeat inserting a selected brick. No, thank you. Oh, goodness. This just made my life so much easier. All right, so let's make it 5 wide because I am a glutton. Plus, the more unique something is, I think the better it looks. So we can put her, let's group her together. Put her in the middle here. Yeah. Raise her up. Lowered. And this is going to be a little thicker, so we'll drop these guys down 1 plate. Nope. There, that's better. Okay, cool. I think that's a good basis for design for now. So what do y'all got going on this week? What's your plans? Not really a holiday week, nothing really going on. I think even filing taxes got pushed to June or something. Finish the stickers, yeehaw. Good job, man. I do like that it was few stickers, right? The NASA stickers on each of those new curved cargo door plates, that was okay. The stickers on the front, those wedged, those like trapezoidal wedge bricks, you had to put Discovery on both sides of those, that's okay. I do like that this canopy was printed. That is like, that's amazing. That was really great. And I do like all the new wedge pieces with the cheese wedges with the little control panels on them. Oh, I'm going to order so many of those. It's going to be so nice. Going to try to build a mask build in studio. Oh, nice. One of your, see, the thing about all your builds, Travis, is that they are so complicated. I won't say complicated, complex and small. I think studio would be really easy for you because I think there's a lot of building that small is really fun to be able to rotate and spin things. And there's nothing really that I think you've been doing that's really out of the ordinary in terms of like custom pieces or anything. So I think you're gonna once you get going with it, I think it's gonna be really. I think you're gonna like it. All right, so oh dang it, I want to get that out of rotation. So the first thing is that the reason I'm gonna leave this space here is so I can do a single row of stuff and put the canopy up front here and that last big thruster back here. So the first thing we have to do is figure out how to get her to sit on an odd stud, which should be easy because we've got these. Nope. These guys now, which makes my life so much easier. So we'll get 2 of these, and then let's do a 1x2 inverted. And one thing I am getting used to is this keyboard. First of all, this is like it's not a touchpad, it's a big mechanical keyboard. So, getting used to that. Okay, well, be that way. So after this, we are going to be recording our first podcast with a guest. We're going to have a fan of the show, of both our show and the actual show that we're watching on, and we're going to chat about the show All right, so I'm gonna have to move these so I can put something in here to attach them. So let's do a 1x4 plate. So that'll be fun. What's up, Kodiak? I know you've been here already, but I haven't seen you in the chat since we started, so hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out, nope, I want that a lot closer than that. Oh no, that's right, okay. If you haven't checked out Travis's work, go find Brick It Up. And the mask stuff he's talking about is really cool. He does a lot of transformable things. All right, so let's do this one here just to get a... something to put this on. I realize there's a lot of preamble to today's show, so I may not get this done today. That seemed a lot farther out. What happened? Oh. No, I wanted it taller. I don't understand what's happening. My brain is just not working. All right, so back up. I want this here. Here we go. Okay. It's like, what happened to my great shape that I had going on? So Walter, if you're still on, did you if you got a photo of that Death Star one? I'd love to take a look, because that's one that I conceptually made based off of somebody else's design, but I never really intended to probably build it. So it'd be interesting to see how you accomplish some of that. All right, that took entirely too long. So there's nothing really like, oh, you know what's going to be great? I'm going to attach okay, this all works. It's fine. I think I'm going to do 1x3 brick. In here. And we'll do 1x3 plate. Right. So now the trick, before I get too far ahead of myself, is to taper this thing into the front. Now, there are new shuttle pieces, which would be great, but I think they're probably too big for this. If I can find a 2x something version, it would be great. But these new pieces, they are a 3x3 curved quarter circle curved slope. I don't know how they're going to categorize this. It's it's just going to be really oh, thanks Travis, I will do. But look how nice it makes that cockpit, you know. They used to do this with like those hood pieces that are like 4x4, and then it had like the sloped or the curved and sloped like the hood of a car. But this, they made this new for this set. So that was very cool. I don't know if they've included it. I don't think it's been put in Studio yet. Oh, and this is cool. Now that I'm on a PC that has access to all my stuff, I can probably show more of the stuff. So you have an idea of like all the, yeah, let me show you real quick. So this is great. So these are all the ships. These are all the designs that I've done, just the designs. So some of these are recreations of existing sets. Some of these are reverse engineered from other people's designs, but a lot of them are my own designs. And some of them are like, let's see if I can find one. So stuff like this, I can't open it that way. This is so nice to have this right here instead of having it on a different machine. So something like this is an actual set, right? This is an actual set, but I colored everything tan and put a giant ion cannon on the back of it. Because there is this non-canon toy that never came out, right? It was a promo. It was the AT ion cannon. This is the same line that the Sand Speeder came out, and we actually got a Sand Speeder set. So this is the same line, right? So I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna make that. So that's what that is. This is the same thing, just stuck an ion cannon on the back of it. Stuff like that. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, so all these are just the models. A lot of them haven't been rendered, but there's, a couple hundred designs in here, all rendered. And then there's the ones that weren't mine, right? A-Wing. This is the ACT, which is the same kind of model as the original Walker, but I just changed some parts and colors. Here's the Death Star Walter was talking about. This was somebody else's design, but I think it works okay. It's not built. It sits on an upside down plate. This thing is ginormous, but I mean, you're kind of like, yeah, that'll work. I do have two things for Tarkin now. Somebody suggested the, I forget what the name of the ship was called. The Carrion Spike. Apparently that's Tarkin's ship. So yeah. But this was somebody else's design, right? These Delta 7s were somebody else's, and they're really cool. I've got one built for Plo Koon. I built this sail barge, which was great. Built this Genevex fighter, which is just, the use of these capes is fantastic. So anything that I saw that I was like, yeah, so here's Delta 7 and Delta 7B. So these are different. You can see where the droid placement is. So I've got a Delta 7 for Plo Koon. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. This is a lot nicer. This Liberty is a lot nicer than my home one, so I'll probably do that. This is the twin pod cloud car, right? This guy, which is really cool. So these are all reverse engineered ones. But it's just, we could do this forever. The T-16 is kind of funny because it actually came out. I still want to do Biggs Darklighter instead of just the pilot. So that's Biggs. You get a Biggs Darklighter. Somebody asked the other day about the outright or the red shifter, I think. And I do have a red shifter that I'm going to get the parts for. Where'd it go? Nico Card, I think his name is. Red shifter. This is from like the, is it the Old Republic stuff? Yeah, those green pieces are big, which is why I think it has to be built off that platform, because if you just sit it on something else, it'll fall forward. And yeah, droid head prices are expensive everywhere. So this is the next one I think I'm going to get the parts for. I was waiting to get the parts in for the Head Hunter. I don't know if everybody saw this at the beginning. I just got the parts in today. These ski poles are expensive. And then I got the parts in last week for this guy. I'm very excited about that. This one's really cool. I'm going to put those up on Instagram later. So anyway, there's a lot going on here, right? There's a lot of things to do, but it's just a matter of also getting the right minifigs for it. Like this is a great ship, but I don't know how to get a Salazend figure, right? You just have to kit bash it. Or a Starhawk. I forget even the pilot's name or the admiral's name from the Aftermath series. But, you know, you got to get the Rebel, the tan Rebel outfit, and then just, you know, a head and some hair for the lady. So, anyway, back to this one. Oh, totally lost my train of thought. So this one's going to be curved wedges. So this is what I was talking about with the shuttle. You could use this as the front. If you notice on the images though, the front is kind of, you can't really see right here, but it's got an opening. So this has to be kind of left open a little bit. So we might be able to figure out how to do that with this. And again, this is 5 wide, so I'm gonna have to make this attach somehow. And if we copied it and did another one, like that, and figure out how to wedge those in between and leave this area open maybe. Brad, yes, that's why I chose to start this channel streaming this, because it's like Star Wars is never going to run out of ships. And I can literally do this probably for the rest of my life and not get any of these, not get a percentage of these built. There's a guy in... this is where I might be able to use those wedges. There's a guy in Sweden. He's on our Microfighter group page. He and I have been talking about stuff for, oh man, for a few years now. He is also building a lot of these, but he doesn't design them. He just finds them and builds them. And he's built a lot of mine, but also built a lot of other people's. And to be honest, he always comes and asks me for, he's like, could you design this real quick? And I'm like, man, that's somebody else's. Why you gotta do me like that? But it's nice having somebody out there who's like, hey, I built this one, or kind of forces you to like come up with instructions for yours so other people can do it. I don't think this is going to work real well. Oh, it's off-centered. Okay. Emil Lindbergh. Yep, that's him. No, it's Emil Lindbergh. Yeah, I think I might do that, Brad. Nebula B and the Sabine TIE Fighter waiting for pieces. Cool. Yeah, I don't like this, because I think what we're going to do is, since this is offset, we're going to do 1x2 stud. Really centered, but we'll figure it out. 2x3 plate. Yeah, and he does say that he's got the largest Microfighter fleet in Europe. I don't know if that means that I've got the largest in the U.S. or what, but there's a handful of people still doing this. Nope, just wedge slope. Nope. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way with him. If he asks, I'm just like, yeah, I can do that. Sometimes I kind of have to put my foot down and go, you know what, it's not my design. You know, I'd love to help, but is there an inverted? Not of the angled kind. So it almost makes me wonder if I should use these. These would be too big. I think they would. But if the designer didn't make it in steps, we can't get the instructions, right? Well, that depends. If you have the IO file, you can make your own instructions. If you have the IO file, you can just sit here and like load it up and pull it apart and build it yourself. You know, you can just kind of take it in layers and, you know, hide things and figure out how it's all built internally. But if you wanted to make instructions for somebody, yeah, and I don't build by step. Like I don't know ahead of time what I'm doing enough to be like, okay, step 1 is this piece. I build it, and then I go back and say, okay. And I think I've gone through some instruction stuff before where this all exists in step 1, right? To make an instruction, and Kodiak kind of has an idea what I'm doing. I put everything in step 2, and now step 1's empty, right? There's nothing in it. And I know that this is going to be the first piece I put down. So we'll do these 2 pieces first. So then this gets moved up to step 1, right? Now step 2 is to go back and grab these 2 pieces, and I know those are the next 2 pieces. So I'll make another step. Grab these. Oh wait. And then put them in this step, right? So then you start getting, okay, that step, and then you can build up, and when you're done with that, if that's all you're going to give to somebody, at least it's by step, and they can do the thing where they can hide by step, you know, or step view. You don't need instructions after that. But if they don't have Studio, then you can go and like print off a PDF form or something. But yeah, already built items, you just have to sit here and like hide stuff, and like, you know, what I'll do is smaller stuff, you can do a view like this, you can show everything, right? And then as long as it's a dead-on view, you can go down to a certain layer like this and then just hide everything and go, okay, that's how it's built on the inside. And then you show it all, and then you hide bits and pieces. This is usually how I was figuring out somebody else's designs. But most of the time I was figuring them out by by photo. You know, all I had was a single photo, and I'm like, how did they get that orientation of that? And it's just trial and error. So, yeah. And I think the way that Kodiak does it, I think the way you do it is slightly different. The way you and Darth do your instructions is a little different than the way I do it. But I have the luxury of having really small models. Like, these are nothing compared to what you guys work with. You guys have, 1,000-piece sets that you come up with instructions for. And you need to know how to really handle subgroupings and subassemblies, and you need to have a really good flow going into it. Trying to think of something that would make a good... What I need is something that would make this shape, but a cavity of this shape. Right? This is how big I want the nose in the front. Right about there, but it needs to be a hole that size. And I don't think there's anything really that... I always have a problem looking these up. The fenders around the wheels. And I think they're going to be too big anyway. But the pieces that go around the wheels, yeah, I bet doing that. Oh, this is not a bad idea. I could just do it like this. That's perfect. And then have this attached in here somehow. I wish we had a smaller wedge than these. Why won't that fit? No, that's too high. Damn. Okay. Psyduck Dragon 1x2 with stud could morph into a central stud for the Technic brick. I'm going to ask you to repeat that. 1x2 with one stud. A 1x2 with one stud could morph that into a central stud for the Technic brick. A 1x2. Oh, a jumper? Like this? Where would that go? I don't know. Hi, Psychotic. How are you? Puppy.
I thought I lost her.
Really?
I was texting with Paula.
Did you get lost? Did you get almost
and I
lost?
couldn't find her, and I'm like, oh my god, where is she? And I was like, Agatha, and she just comes up to me like, what?
Say hello, Agatha. Say hi, puppies. Hello, puppies. Hello. It's puppy hour. How's your tattoo?
Really, really bruised.
Oh my god, that's so bruised.
So bruised.
That's so bad.
This one's fine though.
Yeah. Here you go.
You could put it on camera without putting me on camera.
You're gonna have to get your face in here a little bit.
I look awful.
Put it in front of that. So yeah, somebody got a tattoo of her paw.
It's so bruised.
And it's so bruised.
Because they had to use the single needle.
They had to do a single needle to get all the shading in there.
Yeah.
So
I bruise easy, to be fair.
you're like a rotten melon.
Oh my gosh! At least it's not infected. I thought it was infected at first.
No,
but
it's just bruised. Yeah. So I got the two. I have to stand up. So I got that one, Dragon Ball, and then a screw attack. But you can see that wasn't. This one was a little bruised, but not too bad. Yeah, but that bruise. Yeah. So then you got the semicolon too.
For Project Semicolon.
Yay. Yeah, that one is just
it's
looks
so bad.
It's
it
angry.
Doesn't hurt. That's the thing.
No, but I mean, doing that so repetitively is going to damage all those blood vessels. Just get wrecked.
Paula's going to try to get me in with her guy this Thursday in San Marcos.
All right.
Do you mind if Paula and I take a girls trip?
No, go ahead. When? Thursday?
Yep.
I'll be streaming.
You'll be streaming, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming by.
So that was tattoo and piercing news.
Yeah.
And puppy news.
Psychotic. So what I want to try to understand what you're talking about here. To the one by plate you already have for the front nose piece. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Like a soul. Like a soul. Boom. So now the question, because we can extend that, we can push this out with if we wanted to make this a little longer, like we could put another plate or a brick or something in there, so that's good. But what I want to is now wedge. See, this would be good, like right there, but I want to be able to do oh, you know what else can help? Oh no, that works. Okay, never mind. What I can do, so we'll keep this here for now because it's good, but I want to be able to. This still needs to be, I mean, for all intents and purposes, something like this, but shorter. You know what I'm saying? Not that tall. Also, that doesn't work. It should sit right there. Those hood pieces would work. I also need to put one underneath, which will be a trick. See, I'm pretty sure this is going to almost too sensitive. This new mouse and stuff. This is not actually. Oh, because it's hollow. Okay, cool. All right, so there's a gap there, which isn't awesome. No, there isn't. Okay, cool. Let's see, what else can we do in here? So now I have to be able to do this. Figure out how to put this in here. Let's change the that's slightly off because of the way the... But I think I'd be alright with that. I could probably bulk up the underside a little bit. But yeah, this isn't... because this is 2 plates. If I wanted to... I mean, there's no reason not to, I guess. Make this a little thicker. So instead of this, we do just a brick. I was just trying to keep it a little slimmer, but we can do this. This will be a little taller. I can't lower that. Oh yeah, I can. I guess I could. So not a quick fix, but let's... Thanks for being here, by the way, Psychotic, on Twitch. What about 1x2 brick with 2 studs on the opposite sides? One of these guys. I don't know where I'd... See, the difference is this section was 2 plates and a brick is 3, so this bottom part is pushing this down. But if I lower this to a brick, then this is all lined up all the way across with a brick. So I'm just gonna, you know, I'll probably keep this, figure out how to get this attached underneath, but let's make this just a little bigger. So I think it'll work. And this is why we do this, because this is fun. Making our brains figure out puzzles like this. This will also give us a bit more room to attach those side intakes with the thrusters on the back if we have a little more room to work with this way. Because if you have 2 plates, you're kind of relegated to only using like brackets. And brackets push everything out like that half plate. But if you've got a full brick height, you could have Technic bricks. You could have the stud on the side bricks. You could have hinges. You could have all kinds of stuff. So this does give us a little more room to work with, and I'm okay with that. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, way over there. Come back. All right, so this is now... So this I could actually do... There aren't 4x3 plates, are there? There's 3x3. I could do 2 3x3. Nope. Put that right there. Put that one right there. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Look how pretty. And just like that, Bob's your uncle. Put these guys in there. Put this guy over here. And we're good. Get rid of those. All right. Save. Because we're almost at 11:30. I can't believe how much time has flied. Flown? Flew? Nah, flied. Just for fun, let's see what happens when we do this. Oh, this also turns this around. Yeah, so this is... Although, hang on. So we've got 2 options. We've got this guy. So this is an offset brick. This pushes it in a little bit. It's still the same height, so it really doesn't matter. This also turns this around, which isn't bad. If you look at the photo, there's lights in here or something. So, I mean, technically we could have that sitting in there like that. That would still work, I think. Right? That would still work. So yeah, either of these would work. So we just have to figure out which one we like more. I kind of like this one more because it's got that kind of depression, divot. Just a matter of figuring out how to close. Get in there. I know you want to get in there. Come on. Okay, maybe you don't. Connect that. Thank you. Travis, that's a trick too. If you don't use this connect thing and you're having problems with it jumping around like that, that connect thing is just invaluable. No, the bottom hood isn't attached. I gotta figure out how to do that. That's next. But because now we've got a little bit of room to work here, because this is hollow and that's attached up here. So let's do this. We can flip this. I think we might be able to do that. 1 by snot brackets. Right, we'll get to that. Oh, that's not a bad idea actually. So let's try, I want to try this first. But there's nothing really to attach it to unless we, because that's hollow. We can attach it like that. And then the other one, but then the other one would have to come out a little bit. Let's see what happens when I turn caps lock on. Nope. Nope. This is too much in there. How much lower does that make it? So here's our thing. This Technic brick is kind of a bummer. It helps with jumping these back to 4, back to not odd, but it also is a little wide and it's drops a little low. One of the headlight upside down might allow an attachment. Well, if I get one of the headlights... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if we do... Well, that is upside down already. It's just a matter of, like, the math between a brick and a brick here is going to be weird. Brackets, though, brackets tend to work a little better in their math. Because they don't have extra stuff on either side of the studs. Like these bricks have, they aren't the same, you know, they've got extra stuff down here. So I might be able to do something different with that. Yeah, one right side up and one upside down would be okay. There's no reason for it to be that way though, because this is hollow, so this isn't attaching to anything. Unless we wanted to push it farther out. Like that. And then you'd even have to put a plate on either side. And then this becomes a very tenuous connection. It's only really holding onto one stud right here. Actually, yeah. And that's now too high. It's not too high by much though. But the idea is to taper it to the front to this thing. I'm not convinced, honestly, that we don't that these things aren't too big. Like if I were to replace these, let me try something real quick just to see, because there's a lot of math going on in all this, and then I realized that maybe there's a simpler, like it may make it a little big, but maybe it's just not worth trying all these little bitty pieces just to make it. Grab, thank you. And the problem with these, I just realized is that it still has to be that wide so it can get one little thing in there. And it's still not 100%. Hey Beth?
Yes.
You hear your dog wanting to go outside?
I do.
Okay.
I'm on my way.
See, that's right about where it needs to be, and it's already not going to allow that shape in there, so. The downturn bracket sideways on top of the upward angled at a 90 degree. Those brackets stacked on top of each other line up? Yeah. So, yeah, this, I thought maybe I could replace like all this. Well, not all of it. Come on. Don't be daft. With this somehow. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. It's just too much of a slope. So let's forget about that. We'll go back to this. The downturn bracket sideways on top of the upward angle at a 90 degree. So there's this. And then there's this. I think you mean like this, like that. So let's keep these. Get rid of that. That's in the way. That's in the way. Let's flip these back over. Actually, let's get rid of these for now. Do that. So you don't need that there if we've got this. Oh, I do. I still do. Yeah, because it needs to be. Okay. Just turn sideways 90 degrees. Oh. Yeah, I mean, this would be good for once I want to close up the space. I can use this to kind of close up the space in between. Oh, it's 11:30. And then another one of these, like so. And another one of these, like so. Eventually, something like this. Maybe lower. It doesn't line up quite right, but we'll get there. And then this goes back this way. And then that goes right there. Maybe go back one. Nope. Upturned attached underneath those two. I have to get a Discord voice thing going because sometimes typing is not great. It's a little better. Let's see, 1x4. Is that too long? That fits better. And then it covers that little bit of that. Yeah, it's coming together. Still need to figure out how to attach this thing, but... Oh, yeah, we need to... Uh-oh, why won't this work now? Oh, that works, okay. Yeah, I think if I were to collapse a little bit of this, it'd probably start working a little better. It's been a really good I/O learning, but at the end it seems like Chinese. Yeah. After a while, I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years, like daily, straight, just every day working in the, you know. I get mad when it doesn't act like this for me either, and I'm just like, just work. Why aren't you working? They did an update recently that it, you know, every time I would grab a piece, it would take 2 or 3 times to grab that piece to get it out to the stage, and it was just such a problem. This is Studio. It's Bricklink's application. You can get it if you go to Bricklink. Studio. You can go here and download it. So it's just this program. It's okay. So it's a little gray area. Bricklink was its own secondary market company with buyers and sellers, and the company that ran it developed its own L-Draw, basically. And then a couple years ago, or like a year and a half ago, Lego bought Bricklink. So far, nothing's really changed. Like, they haven't like dumped a lot of money into investing in Bricklink, but now they have a program where like they're thinking of having ideas sets that don't make it have a place on a Bricklink market. So there's ties together. But this isn't technically an official Lego program. It's just Bricklink's program still. So, and I don't know how long that lasts. I haven't heard any news otherwise. So, well, I'm gonna call it. It's been an hour and 36 minutes. We didn't get a whole lot, as much done as I wanted, but this is a good start. The other question is, I have to be able to make sure that a lot of these exist in at least light gray, which it looks like a lot of them don't. Not light gray, light bluish gray. There we go. And then color them appropriately, like if there's blue under here somewhere, do some dark gray greebling, and then get the engines on over here. The engines are going to stick out. Like this is probably going to end up being 1x4 stud. It'll probably be this, right, instead, so I can do some attachments on the side, because there's like these big thrusters along the sides here. So, you know, put like a vent plate here and then start angling some thruster stuff out, and then the back end will be an oval with two big thrusters, a big solid thruster in the middle, and a couple little ones. I think we could get all 6 or whatever are on there. Yeah, we'll get all 6 on there. That's no problem. Big one down here, and then 5 small little ones, so that'll be good. Better than Lego program? Well, Lego program officially doesn't exist anymore. LDRAW or LDD or whatever it was, I think it was LDD, doesn't officially exist anymore. So this is the one that I would use. There's also LCAD and LDRAW and MCAD and something bricks. There's another one that you can use that's more of a CAD program, and its rendering is a little better, I've heard. But this is just the one that I'm used to. It seems to have a decent amount of bricks in it, and I just think it's a little more user-friendly than a lot of the CAD programs, but that's just me. Yeah, thanks for everybody being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's see, is it full camera? Still got sound? Yeah. So I'm going to order some more parts for some more Microfighters. Again, we got our Z95 Head Hunter and the light cruiser. So those are, I'm going to get some nice Instagram shots of those later. But you guys have a great rest of your day, and thanks for being here, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.